okay, like they're going to split people again and say, hey, come to Trackmania Turbo. Like, that gets weird. So, remains to be seen how it all comes together, but it played nice. I want to see it in VR because that seems like a nightmare. So it's kind of my complaint with VR, or one of the things I'm wary of with all that stuff is the speed of the games. Like games got fast, and then they got slow again, and then they got fast again. But like when I think about the games I like to play, they're very precise, very quick moving things, right? Shooters and racing games and that sort of stuff. And like they're slowing these games way down so that people don't puke. And
in terms of a frame rate, or
the
actual speed of your character and stuff like that. Okay.
Speed
and when you play Trackmania in first person, it's a fucking shit
show. Like staring at my big monitor, it's a little much when it goes into first person. So like I'll be curious to see how that works because it sounds like it could be very violent. But I'm all for it, and that's something I want to see because. Like so many of these other demos we saw were very slow, deliberate, swimmy kind of things that, like the Impulse Gear demo, like they actually said that they got their player movement speed up quite a bit compared to most other first-person VR experiences. But that's because they put it on an alien planet where the scale is all crazy. And that they say that, from their tests, the problem comes in when you see things that are familiar to you, like a doorway or things that are scaled to the real world in such a way that like the movement speed then is something that's relatable in your brain.
Right.
Yeah. But by making it some big weird alien world full of scorpions and rocks, then you can actually move about twice as fast as they discovered, have people moving in other environments.
Serious
but
on
it
VR.
Still felt super slow. It just felt like it was like it was maybe technically running quickly or more quickly than most VR things, but everything was so big and so far apart that it still took forever to get places. And it was like, so it was like a zero-sum game on some level. I don't know.
To an extent, I'm sure there will be a language that will be discovered among designers and just kind of a set of best practices for not making people lose their shit.
I want to lose my shit.
Do you physically want to lose your shit?
If I have to, as long as it's to an end. If me losing my shit means that I get
shit your pants while using VR.
I mean, that's like willingly is a weird way. Like you're asking me, would I shit my pants?
Would you enter into an experience knowing that was a likely outcome?
Yes.
Okay. That's what
I want to know what that's like. I would want to know. I mean, throwing up. I don't like throwing up.
Okay.
Like it's no fun.
Well, shitting your pants.
But shitting your pants, that's a good time for everybody.
Based on, that was only because we were
Saturday.
The phrase "lose your shit" was uttered a few times, but I mean, throwing up is a much more likely outcome from my experience.
I was going to say, if they could figure out a VR experience that like where the reasonable expectation was you were going to shit your actual pants, how could you not try that? Like you prepare for it, obviously, but totally. Like, throwing up hurts.
Yeah. It doesn't feel good.
I was pretty good at it for a while, but man, don't brush your teeth after you do it too.
Yeah.
Yes. That's where it goes bad.
You can shit your pants all day and you don't have to brush your teeth.
Exactly,
Who's going to notice?
Yeah,
you got to get new pants though. Costs
you
more
come
money.
prepared for that.
Yeah, I guess if you're playing a game called "Don't Shit Your Pants."
Yeah. Yes,
okay.
if there was a "Don't Shit Your Pants" VR where the actual outcome was it did something to you that made you shit your pants, I would play that game. If I had to shit my pants to know, I'm not saying like I would be like, yeah, man, let's do it. I'm not like a fucking sicko over here.
It's like Russian roulette, though. You'll feel alive.
Yeah.
You know the risk is there.
Yes, but I, if I have to shit my pants to know where my personal limits are, I'm willing to do that at least once. Okay, most of once, probably, actually. But, I would come prepared with some sort of adult diaper situation for that because I'm not a lunatic. You lay out a tarp for that. My VR tarp.
The VR game.
I'm going to get into selling VR tarps. Fuck you guys. I quit. The VR tarp is going to Kickstarter.
It's a pack-in.
You and George Brett are going to go into business.
Yes, exactly. We're partnering on pants shitting VR technology.
Good twice a year for it.
Yeah.
The VR game that brings about incontinence is the first true milestone.
It's when we know we'll have arrived as a society.
Yeah.
We're ready to speak to aliens at that point. Like we've learned everything we can learn.
Yeah.
Speaking of racing games that will be fucked up in VR, did you hear they're making a remake of perhaps the most